Hello guys, welcome to our new playlist in the channel GIS and Google Earth Engine. So from today onwards, we will be learning some of the programming skills. So we will learn how we can manipulate and how we can process a geospatial dataset with the help of Python. So we will be using the Google Colab environment, so cloud-based environment for this particular playlist. So let's get started. In the beginning, we will see how we can set the variables and what are the basics of this programming, and later we will advance into some of the geospatial techniques like basic raster styling, vector styling, basic processing like a clipping. So everything will be covered in the playlist. So let's get started. So if you can open the Google Colab, so you need to have a Google account. So if you have a Google account, you can have it in the Google Colab. So the this is a welcome page of the Google Colab where you will get some of the links in order to learn the machine learning, or in order to get to know what does the Google Colab works, and how does it play a very important role in the cloud-based programming. So you will find some of the information regarding what is Colab and how you can get started like that. So if you want, you can go through it. So we will directly jump into our new notebook. So if you can just go to file and enter new notebook in a drive. So remember, all your notebooks will be saved into your Google Drive. So make sure you have enough space in your Google Drive. So if you just open, so the default name will be untitled IPyNB, which stands for Interactive Python Notebook. So let's just understand what does the basic interface consist of. So you have some of the tools here, like you have the file in order to locate in drive. So that stands for how you can locate your existing Python notebook in your drive, and there are some other options, such as you want to open a new notebook, or you have a open notebook, or you can upload your notebook, you can rename, you can move to trash, you can save a copy in GitHub or in the drive. So everything is there. So there is also one edit option for copy, cut and pasting the cells, and deleting the selected cells, find, replace. So it works similarly, and there you see we have one more view table for viewing the table of contents, notebook information, for hiding as well as showing the code input and output. And if you have the insert, you would say I want to insert a code cell. So if you can just press it, you will have a code cell. So if you want to have a text cell, like you have to explain what does the code contain below or above, so you can write some text here like this, and you can save it as a text column. So you have fewer more section header and scratch code cells, the code snippets, everything is available. And the main important one is the runtime. So Colab provides with the more number of runtime. So if you can just go here and you just press the connect, so automatically it will be connected to the CPU runtime. So Colab also provides with you GPU as well as the TPU runtime. So if your data is so much large, you want the computational time is not enough in the CPU, so that you can switch to the GPU mode, and you can run your script there. So here you will see the runtime is in Python 3, and the hardware accelerator is with CPU, GPU, and TPU. So currently by default it will be in the CPU. If you want to have an extra hardware accelerator, then you can switch to TPU. So rest all it's available with the pro versions only. So if you want to have some more advanced computations, then you can switch to this pro, or else you can continue with the CPU, GPU, and the TPU. So you have this runtime type also, like what is the programming language you're using. Currently we're using Python 3.0. So the Colab also supports the R as well as Julia languages. So if you know about it, then you can use it. So in this tutorial we will be using the Python programming language itself. So you just have to click the save after choosing the hardware accelerator as well as the runtime type. So after that, you have many options to run all the cells at once. You run before, run after, run on the focus cells. So run on the selected cell, and run cell below, up. You can interrupt the execution that is currently going on. You can restart the entire session if you are getting some error, or there is some runtime error, or you can also restart the session and run all at once. You can disconnect and delete the runtime. So if you get any kind of error, or if the memory time is full, then you can go for disconnect and delete the runtime, and you can start afresh. So again, change runtime type. So I have told you what does the runtime type stands for, and you can manage your session. So how many active sections are there, it will show in here. So if you just see my current active sessions are two. One is untitled, three Python notebook, interactive Python notebook, and one more is this one. So you see the RAM is consuming in there 0.93 GB of my RAM. Out of 15 GB of RAM is consumed. So I just want to terminate the session. So you just can delete in here, and your session will terminated. So you can close. So keep in the current one. So if you can just go to this RAM and disk space available, you will see how much of RAM is available as currently. So for the CPU one, you have 12.7 GB of RAM, out of which only 0.9 GB is currently used. So the disk space is also there. So Colab provides with 107 GB for the disk space. So if you have want to upload any kind of your local files, you can just come to here and click on the upload section. So yeah, whatever your files will be get uploaded in here, but it will be temporary. So as soon as you close your session, the file will get lost. So again, you can mount your drive if you want. If you have your own Google Drive, if you wanted to mount it down, so you can press this button and you just get it done. So next, we have some tools, and we have some help for asking the FAQs. So next, let's just get started. So in today's video, we will cover some of the basics, such as variables and data types. So if you have seen my previous videos in the Google Earth Engine, so there we were using VAR, the variable, for assigning a variable. But in Python, you don't need to specify the variable. You just need to start by giving the variable name. So let's just start with the numbers. So let's just say I am creating a variable called number is equal to 80. So that's it. Your variable number has assigned an integer called 80. So now I want to print the number. So just use the button print num. So you'll get the output as 80. So after that, what next? So if you can skip this print, you just have to spike num also. So you'll get the output as 80. So you don't have to type every time print num, print this, print that. So you just have to specify the variable name. The print will come automatically in this Google Colab environment, or if you use Jupyter Lab also, there also this works the same. So now I have assigned the variable. So let's just start it with this variable types. So first we will learn about this numbers. So see, now I want to clear the output. You can just select clear output cells. So as you all know, there are basically two types of number formats. So one is the integer type. So I'm creating a one more variable called integer. So assign it a number called 80, and one more is float. So which stands for the pointed or the which are in the decimals, like I need to specify 45.356. So now you just run. So here you will see your cell has executed within less than 0 seconds. So if you now print the integer, you will get the output as 80. But how do I know it is in the integer type or the float type? So you just have to specify the type of this integer. So it will give it's a integer type. So what if you specify like this, give it a run? So now it become a float, but the value remains the same, but I have used two positions after the point, so it will be showing as the decimal. So now if you can just print the floated one, you'll get it's also a float. So basically you have to understand that there are mainly two types of number formats. One is the integer, another one is the float type. So next we will start with the string. So string types, those who have followed my previous videos, they know what is a string, what is a number, everything. But in order to have a continuity in the lecture, so we are starting with the basics. So I'm creating a string called hi. So I want to have my string type to be hi students. So now print hi, you'll get hi students. So what is the type of it? You just press the type and click on the run. It's a string. So the strings are useful for storing any kind of continuous text. So if you have any kind of attributes in your the vector format, then you can use the string and values next column to it. So we have covered the two types of data types. Data types, one is number and another one is a string. So let's get started with the list. So you just specify as list. So I'm creating a one more variable called list of numbers. So here the list will start with the square brackets and string starts with this single inverted commas. So what if I want to have a list of numbers? Let's say uh, 1 2 6 8 9 10, and you print this list of numbers so that you'll get a list of numbers in the square bracket, so it's a list. And again, if I want to have some of the dictionaries, it is one more data type called dictionary. So where there are mainly two components like keys and values. So I'm creating one more variable called dic dictionary, or simply you can create as details. So dictionary starts with the flower brackets. So if you want to specify the keys, so let's say name. So name is, let's example Anuj, and you have your age type. So my age is 56, and what is your gender? So remember, it has to be a string. My gender is male, and in which city you live in. So let's just create one more variable called city. Let's say I live in Bangalore. So like this you can create the dictionaries, and now if we get the output, let's just see how does the dictionaries look. So here you will see it has the key components, this name, age, gender and city. So all are, so this all are the keys, and rest everything is the values. So after that you have some of the important uh, exceptions you should know. So let's just get back to the strings. So here let's just say I want to write an apostrophe. Remember, these strings are written in a single inverted comma. You can also use a double inverted comma. So what if I want to type my aunt's name is Hirat. So there you see, I'm using the apostrophe. Aunt's name is Hirat, so there my string ends. So if you run it, you'll get an error. So in such kind of things, you can use switch to double inverted comma so that you won't get any kind of error. So let's just print it. You'll get my aunt's name is Hirat. So after that, you need to have one more tip here. So if you can just use uh, slash n, that stands for a new line, and she is Taylor. So now give it a run. I think there is some problem with this. So that has to be get at the new line, but there is some kind of error. So we'll look it into later. So after that, you have known about the numbers, how does the integer type is there and float type is there. So you know how to print a variable and how to detect the type of it, and you know how you can use the strings with the single inverted and double inverted commas, and you know how to create a list of numbers with the square brackets, and you know how to create a dictionary for your such kind of details with keys and values. So about this is about today, so knowing about the data types. So how you can apply this in the GIS domain is that, like for example, you can use this list in order to store the coordinates lat and long, and you can use this dictionaries in order to store the attribute table of a vector. Like I have the names, I will have a list here. So this will be your head and this will be your like the contents of the list, and you can have more number of floating points in here. So I think that's enough for today. So if you have any kind of queries, doubts, or anything, you can always post it in the comment section. So thank you for watching.